Marion left behind an extraordinary legacy through her tireless project of recording television history. Her efforts culminated in a collection of 71,000 VHS and Betamax tapes.
Come on.
Passionate activist and an advocate for social justice. As a graduate of Girls High in Philadelphia, she was active in left-wing organizations from a very early age. She joined the Communist Party USA and played a significant role as the Philadelphia chair.
The timestamp comment. These timestamp comments. I can't. It's always a troll. They can't find a way into top comments. Hey everybody, this is Dean FM, Dean Fraser Milford here for your creature. What? And today, I wanted to do another reaction video. This one's going to be to the black woman who recorded TV news for 35 years. I know that's why we like to talk about not only people in history, people who have played a part in collecting and saving them. I think this is beautiful. Let's see.
For nearly 3 decades, she undertook an extraordinary mission to archive every moment of news television, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Her relentless dedication amassed an unparalleled collection of VHS tapes and preserved nearly 750,000 hours of footage.
I was born in 93 and I remember TiVo's been a thing.
TiVo was a big thing. The strange life of Marion Stokes, the woman that recorded everything.
Strange
and
life.
if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at oneMikeHistory.com. Also, if you like audio-only episodes, you can find them wherever you get your podcast. But without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah.
Marion Butler was born November 25th, 1929 in Germantown, Philadelphia. She was a passionate activist and an advocate for social justice. As a graduate of Girls High in Philadelphia, she was active in left-wing organizations from a very early age. She joined the Communist Party USA and played a significant role as the Philadelphia chair of...
I'm sorry, one second. There's a timestamp comment. These timestamp comments. I can't. They need to get rid of the timestamp comments because it's always a troll. They can't find a way into top comments, you know. So they got to throw in their little hate. Said so. We're just promoting Traders Now with a little crying face. Woohoo! Shut the hell up. Go suck on your lump. Promoting Traders Now. But what is a boat bomber denying the rights of millions in the country person? Just sweetie, look up what the definition of traitor is. I think that because that he said that they're liberal, and that's what I hate these timestamp comments. If they could get their little jab in the top comments, they would. You can even see if you go into the top comments, they'll find a way to be just right under there. In the comments of the comments, you know, they're lame.
In left-wing organizations from a very early age. She joined the Communist Party USA and played a significant role as the Philadelphia chair of Fair Play for Cuba committee that opposed the boycott of Cuba. She was also involved in the civil rights movement and organized for the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom by arranging 5 buses to transport people from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. So by the early 60s, Marion and her first husband, Melvin Mielitz, attempted to defect to Cuba due to their political beliefs, but were unsuccessful after spending significant time in Mexico seeking a visa. This level of activism led to them being surveilled by the FBI until the couple split. Stokes also worked as a librarian for the Free Library of Philadelphia beginning in the 1940s. This would lead to her demonstrating a strong commitment to information access. However, her outspoken political views eventually led to her dismissal from the library after nearly 2 decades. This only intensified her dissatisfaction with American society and sparked her interest in television and media archiving. So from around 1967 to 1969, Stokes worked to co-produce a Philadelphia-based program called Input with her husband, John Stokes Jr. This Sunday morning program tackled social justice issues, promoting dialogue on topics such as eugenics, Native American rights, race relations, and prisoner rights. This program sought to bring together a diverse group of participants, including academics, community leaders, activists, scientists, and artists, fostering open discussion on pressing social matters. Demonstrating a keen interest in the media's power for social change, she also ensured the preservation of the show's original Ampex 1-inch tape reels. Leading to her in the late 70s, she would transfer those recordings to Betamax, highlighting her early
I could figure it out how to
archiving and commitment to preserving
I wanted to do that.
Marion Marion
TiVo.
Stokes' interest
I know how to work
in
the TiVo.
archiving would explode during the 1979 Iranian hostage crisis, where she noticed discrepancies in the news reports and suspected of cover-ups, prompting her to record the broadcast to create an objective archive. Worried that networks were using tapes and losing vital information, she set out to provide a resource that allowed individuals to evaluate media without
You're supposed to be able to trust the
bias.
news.
This coincided with the
Where the fuck's
24-hour
the
news cycle, and Marion recorded news broadcasts around the clock. Concerned about the media's influence to shape public opinion through selective storytelling, and a passionate advocate for preserving truth and empowering people to form their own informed opinions, she believed in the importance of questioning how information was presented by those in authority and was committed to ensuring public access to information for better decision making.
Accountability for the people
This
that
led
are
to her life's
spreading
work
propaganda.
involved in documenting television media extensively, recording, creating a comprehensive archive of content often discarded by television networks. This guerrilla archiving project recognized the historical value in maintaining a record of past broadcasts for future referencing to ensure that the truth remained accessible for everyone over long periods of time. Marion Stokes was also a very early investor in tech companies and would invest in Apple stock with capital from her in-laws while the company was still very new. She was supported by
investor savvy
and funded by her husband John Stokes' wealth. This allowed Marion Stokes to pursue her monumental project. She utilized up to 8 VCRs simultaneously to capture programming from major networks like CNN, Fox, and MSNBC, alongside local news, sitcoms, science documentaries, and talk shows. Her methods were precise. Tapes needed to be switched out every 6 hours, a task that was eventually trained to an assistant to manage. Stokes preferred analog recording to safeguard against interference, ensuring the integrity of the archive.
They just didn't want to buy it.
Her operation was shrouded in
didn't want to buy it with saving.
with tapes being delivered in trash bags to maintain confidentiality. Upon her passing, January 3rd, 2012, at 83 due to lung disease, Marion left behind an extraordinary legacy through her tireless project of recording television history. Her efforts culminated in a collection of 71,000 VHS and Betamax tapes, capturing over 800,000 hours of television footage spanning from around 1977
That
to
is dedication,
2012.
y'all. Stick to your hobby. Stick to
3
it.
apartments and multiple storage units across 2 states. Her final recording in her vast collection was the news coverage of the Sandy Hook massacre. In her will, Stokes entrusted the massive archive to her son, Michael Mullins II, with instructions to donate to charity. He chose to donate the collection to the Internet Archive, a non-profit organization in San Francisco. The shipping of the tapes required 4 shipping containers and cost over $16,000, making it the largest collection the Internet Archive had ever received. The Internet Archive took on the challenge of digitizing Stokes' collection and making it accessible online. Initiated in 2013, this monumental project involved dedicated volunteers utilizing 20 digitizing machines with an anticipated cost of nearly $2 million. It was expected to take several years. However, as of April of 2022, the project remains incomplete due to funding constraints, with only a portion of the tapes being digitized and available online. Marion Stokes' legacy is her extensive collection of nearly 750,000 hours of television broadcasts that spans over 3 decades. This guerrilla recording effort preserved a treasure trove of media that networks would typically just throw away, highlighting the critical role of independent efforts to maintain historical records. Stokes' work underscores the importance of safeguarding truth amid media bias, offering to objectively assess historical events. Her collection critiques mainstream media and exposes the hypocrisies and influence of public opinion, thus serving as an active form of media activism, exemplifying how one individual's commitment can profoundly change the impact of media preservation, media history, and media consumption. Thank you. This has been One Mike Black History. I'm your host, Country Boy, and this has been The Strange Life of Marion Stokes. If you would
Shut
like
up
to
with the
see
strange life.
the tape that
Got
have
me
been
twisted for
digitized,
that.
I will include the link to the Marion Stokes project
Strange
via
to the
Internet
game.
Archive in the description below.
But you
Also,
missing
Black
out.
Audio Only episodes, you can find my podcast wherever you get your podcast.
That's
Also,
the
I'd like to
loss
thank
of
my
my
financial contributors. Without you, none of this could be possible. And I love you all.
I love you all too. I love you all too. Peace too. Peace too. Oh my God. Spread that love and spread that advocacy, girl. We all gotta do it. Get out there and help. You have a nice day. Talk to you later. Bye bye.